good, y'all? Welcome to my review for Dragon Ball Super Hero. Just got back from the theater. Overall, this was a fantastic movie, man. Although I will say, between this and Broly, I definitely ended up liking Broly way more, but this movie was phenomenal, man, in its own right, man. Had a lot of fun with it. And hey, it's Gohan was the lead of this one, so it was almost like this movie was made for me, man. Low key, but we'll talk more about that in the spoilers discussion. Anyway, let's jump right into the movie. It's directed by Tetsuro Konada, Kodama, if I'm pronouncing it right, and stars. I'm reading off the dub cast because you guys know I watched this movie was dub. Kyle Hebert, The Goat, Chris Sabat, Sean Schimmel, Jennifer Tari, Tyrio, I don't know how you pronounce her last name. Al Kesley, Zeno Robinson, Zach Aguilar, if I'm pronouncing his name right, Monica Rial, Cara Edwards, Erica Lindbeck, and many more. And the plot of Dragon Ball Superhero: The Red Ribbon Army was once destroyed by Son Goku. Individuals who carry on its spirit have created the ultimate androids Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. However, these two androids call themselves superheroes and start attacking Piccolo and Gohan. First thing we gotta talk about. Obviously, the dub cast is phenomenal as always, man. I love this crew. You guys know I legit cannot listen to Dragon Ball sub, man. The dub is just too ingrained into my brain, man. So, yeah, but the dub cast is phenomenal. Chris Sabat's, of course, phenomenal as always. Kyle Hebert, phenomenal as always. As Gohan. Sean Schimmel's great. Alkez is great. Zach was fantastic, man. Monica was great. Cara Edwards is great to see. Fidel when we got there, she was a little bit of more or less a cameo, but yeah, and everyone else was in the movie that was great as well, man. The cast was phenomenal throughout. But let's talk about the CGI, the art style. As you guys know, this movie is completely CGI compared to when Dragon Ball Super Broly was, usual 2D animation. You guys know I give Toei, if you watch my Super reviews when that was airing, when it aired on Toonami, you guys know I give Toei a lot of shit for their art animation. From all the reused animation and Super from the OPs in the actual show, to just reusing the footage from Z rather than reanimating everything like Harriot did for Naruto Shippuden, I think even Boruto too. So I give them a lot of shit. But yo, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in Broly too. When Toei puts the money down, man, they show the fuck up. The CGI in this movie is phenomenal. This is probably the best looking CGI anime movies I have personally ever seen. Probably that's ever been made, man. Like legit. The CGI in this movie is so good that there were parts of the movie that honestly looked like they were hand drawn. Mostly dealing with like the backgrounds and such, but there were times where I'm like, hey, yo, this Loki looks hand drawn. Like it probably maybe they did sneak in some hand drawn animation in there amongst all the CGI, but regardless, man, it looks phenomenal, man. The fights are incredible, man. The character models are spot on. They look like Fighter Z character models, which is probably some of the biggest praise because you guys don't know how much I love that game's art style. I love the way it looked, man. This movie looks incredible, man. The fights are absolutely spectacular. Like one thing that also impressed me was there is not a speck of reused anime, at least that I could see. I think there was a couple points where I saw like Jiren, where they were mentioning Jiren, where it looked like I'm like, is that reused super footage? But the more I look at it, it looked like it might have also been CGI as well. But like when they were doing the opening like recap, talking about what happened with the Red Ribbon Army and Dragon Ball Z, they did not reuse any old footage from Z or the original Dragon Ball. They reanimated all with the CGI, bro. It looked fucking incredible, man. Especially around the opening when they go in with Dragon Ball, when Goku's like running away from like some missiles or something. That looked fucking awesome, bro. And the fights themselves were great. But yo, I gotta say, man, the color palette of this movie is beautiful. Like, if you thought SAO Alicization War of Underworld was gorgeous to look at with its color palette and the colors in that movie and how bright and vibrant they looked, bro, Broly, not Broly, Superhero might look even a little bit better than SCO Alicization War of Underworld in terms of its color palette. This movie looks phenomenal. When they firing off the key blasts and shit, man, it looks insane, man. Absolutely madness, man. Absolutely madness with the art animation. Like I said, I give Toei a lot of shit for their art animation, but when they show up, they show the fuck up for this and Broly, because both those movies looked absolutely phenomenal. Another thing I really liked this movie, Goku does not come in at the last second to save the day. In fact, Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Beerus, and Whis are all basically glorified cameos in this movie. Like, they do not share much. They do not have a lot of screen time in this movie, and this is without the Piccolo and Gohan show for this movie, man. And I loved what they did with Piccolo. He was more or less more so the main character, and then Gohan was, but Piccolo was great. I loved his relationship with Pan and just his overall relationship with Gohan's family. As he's like basically screaming to Gohan, who's basically too focused with his work to go pick up his daughter from preschool. There's other like little cute moments between him and Pan and Piccolo when they're training together. I love the relationship, man. Although I'm sure this movie's not going to help all the Piccolo is Gohan's real father debates, in the Dragon Ball fandom. But regardless of such, man. I really dug the relationship, man. And I love what they did with Piccolo, and I love that Gohan was the lead. You guys know how much I fucking love Gohan, man. Also, I gotta say, they weren't kidding when they say Bulma was cheeked up in this movie, bro. Yo. If you've seen the movie, y'all know what I'm talking about. But, bro, Bulma. Bro. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, you had that. I also liked Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. I thought they were pretty good new characters. I thought I enjoyed them enough with the screen time they had and the rest of the crew, man. And I enjoyed them. I thought they were cool. I thought that I liked them enough as cool characters. Zack, I also thought was phenomenal as Dr. Hito. Thought he was great, man. Love Zack. You guys know him from Demon Slayer as Tanjiro, and as also as what the fuck was his name? The guy, one of like the lead sides in like JoJo. I'm slipping on his name for some reason. Koichi, my man Koichi. How could I forget Koichi? He was like my favorite character in Part 4, outside JoJo and Kira, man. Or Jotaro and Kira, but yeah, he was great, man. Loved him. Like I said before, the entire dub cast was phenomenal, man. Loved the final battle. That one was beautifully imaged. Like I mentioned before, the fights looked insane, man. And I gotta say, the camera angles they get in here, the camera cuts they do, the fights in which just look amazingly cool. Like they have they're about as over the top as like the supers were in Fighter Z, man. Which, speaking of Fighter Z, there's some interesting stuff with Fighter Z that I noticed in little Easter eggs in this movie, which we'll talk more about that in the spoiler discussion because I thought that was interesting. Yeah, man. Now, the fight move and like the whole like final fight, of course, was god tier, bro. Like insane, man. The animation, everything, incredible. My only problem I would say I had with Superhero is there's this one little minor nitpick, and this deals with the animation, which I know I spent this entire video just praising how good it looked, but there was one part that kind of had me scratching my head. I don't know if this was done on purpose or if this was straight up an animation error that's going to get fixed in the Blu-rays, but when they're doing the entire recap of going on about the Red Ribbon Army, they show up, of course, the shot of Gohan and Goku firing up the Kamehameha against Perfect Cell. It looks incredible, but for some reason, Goku's hair is spiked up like it is for like when you enter Super Saiyan. But for some reason, his hair was still black. It wasn't gold like it's supposed to be. Don't know what that was about, but I'm like, that doesn't look right when I saw it, man. So, yeah, that little nitpick thing I have is just that one little animation. I know, once again, harping on Toei's animation, even after I've spent this entire review praising, but hey, I noticed, I saw it, man. I'm not going to not mention it, but yeah, man. Definitely recommend you guys check this movie out if you guys are, of course, big fans of Dragon Ball and you haven't already pre-ordered your tickets. And yeah, man, definitely check this movie out if you love Dragon Ball, man. Anyway, guys, overall, I'm going to give my final review for this movie is going to be a 9.5 out of 10, guys. And now we are going to jump into the spoilers discussion. We'll talk a bunch of news about the bunch of stuff that are spoilers. If you guys do not want to get spoiled, also there is a post-credit scene after the movie, so stay for that because, especially for my Vegeta fans out there, you'll love it. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, there's a post-credit scene. Stay for it. It's awesome. Anyway, let's jump right into sports. Now, one thing I noticed that I thought was interesting is that it appears Fighter Z is actually canon to the main Dragon Ball universe, which I don't know if it already was or wasn't. I haven't played it myself yet, and the reason I say this is because when they were showing off, talking about the Red Ribbon Army, they showed off like the family tree or whatever of Dr. Gero, because we know Dr. Hito is Dr. Gero's, like, I think, grandson, if I remember correctly. If you pay attention, you will see Android 21 from Fighter Z in there. So yeah, I guess Fighter Z is technically canon now, or at the very least, she is. I thought that was interesting, and yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, the big thing with this movie are the new forms that Gohan and Piccolo got. Orange Piccolo and Auto, what you call Gohan's form. Mystic Ultra Instincts? I don't know what you call it, but now, thankfully, I managed to stay spoiler-free for most of this movie, and the only thing I kind of got spoiled on was Gohan's new form, but First of all, it looks fucking badass, man. And yo, Gohan's mystic form in this movie, oh my goodness, it is godly, bro. But yo, when he goes like, I guess, Mystic Ultra Instinct, I don't know if it has an official name yet. It looks incredible, man. The lightning around him, like I said, the color palette of this movie looked absolutely beautiful. And when he hits that fucking special beam cannon, bro, God, it looks incredible, man. I did notice there was a little bit of a slight callback to the beginning of DBZ, where, you know, Goku had to like hold up Raditz, the mascot, for Piccolo to hit the special beam cannon, and it's even shot very similar to when the special beam cannon went right through Raditz and Goku when that happened. It reminded me a lot. There was a couple callbacks movie to other moments in Dragon Ball, which I thought was cool. Hell, this entire movie was kind of like a callback to the Cell saga, which, for me personally, is my favorite saga of DBZ. I love the Cell saga. Cell is my favorite villain of DBZ. I love him, so it's kind of cool that this was kind of like a callback to the Cell saga movie, with Gohan being the lead, Gohan getting a new form, and him, of course, fighting this new ultra powerful Cell called Master Cell, man. Thought that was really cool. I loved his design, man. I thought it was cool. Anyway, so next up, the post-credit scene. Oh my god, the post-credit scene. So the post-credit scene is that we see that with Goku and Gohan, that they've been fighting, and they're doing like this little sparring match where they're just going to be fighting without them going all out with like going into Super Saiyans, or no Kamehamehas, no like stuff that's going to destroy Beerus' planet in his place. So they were fighting out. The fight itself looked amazing. Then they, of course, go back to Gohan. We don't see him until the end credits scene. When they get to the end credits scene, we see that Vegeta finally managed to defeat Goku. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Vegeta finally got the dub. Bro, I was so happy to see it. I was like, finally. It took y'all motherfuckers long enough to give Vegeta the dub. So that was hype. Like I said, this movie was basically made for me. Gohan being the lead, Vegeta getting the dub over Goku, man. Bro, this movie was made for me as a Dragon Ball fan. Love that. Thought that was really cool. So, also, we gotta talk about Goten and Trunks. Apparently, they've been aged up in this movie. And hearing Goten not sound like a 5-year-old, and actually hearing his balls drop, bro, that was an experience. That was a very. I'm like, what? Goten ages? My brain could not comprehend seeing Goten above the age of 5. And seeing him, he looks like it's about like, what, 16, maybe 15, 14? I was like, when did this happen? Like, I don't know what the timeline is where this takes place against Super, or against Broly, I mean, but that was shocking to see both Trunks and Goten are basically about the same age as future Trunks was. So that was pretty cool. I like their form. They do the fusion it, but of course they fuck it up. They do the whole Gotenks or whatever, Goten's form, which that was pretty funny. I like that one. That had a funny gag in it. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Also, it looks like they changed up Android 18's hair a little bit. Looks like her hair's a little bit shorter in this movie. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but I'm pretty sure her hair was a little bit shorter than it was in Super. But yeah, that was pretty shocking. That was probably the one most shocking part, was seeing that Goten and Trunks were aged up, which I don't know if that was shown up in the post or anything. I never saw it. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And also find out that Bulma uses the Dragon Balls for cosmetic surgery to fat up her ass was also quite interesting and really funny. And boy, did the animators make sure to show it off. Which, hey man, I can't blame. But yeah, man, fantastic movie. Loved it. Had so much fun. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments. You guys saw the movie. And yeah. Looking forward to whatever's next for Super. If it ends up being that Super anime finally comes back, or they do another movie next year, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, affiliate links, description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.